Woohoo! Welcome back for another episode of the Miss You, That's All podcast. I am Kayla, your co-host.
And I'm Ashley. I'm Ashley, your other co-host, who doesn't know how to say her own name, apparently.
It's fine, you just had a small stroke.
Yeah. Happens to the best of us.
All right, so this week we are talking about travel.
Yes. And I had a thought. Do you actually remember the very first trip we actually took together? Trip in the loose sense of the word.
The first thing coming to my mind is when I came to visit you when your oldest son was 6 months old.
Incorrect. Our very, very first trip together was the first time I met you. I rode with your mother to come get you and your brother when she met I think she met your grandparents in like Little Rock, possibly.
That sounds accurate. Okay, well, to be fair, I thought you meant trip as grown-ups, like trips we decided to take.
That was a trick question.
It definitely was, because that's not a trip. It's
No,
a very
but
long car ride.
Yes, no, I was thinking like the first time we actually like did something, traveled in any sort of way together. What was it? Like I was trying to think back because that was many moons ago, many moons ago, almost 20 years ago.
When you said wrong answer, the first trip that came to my mind where like we traveled together and did something is when my mom wanted to take us to the beach and we went to Holly Beach.
The trash can that is Holly Beach.
Yes. That was crazy. And again, long time ago. But I was thinking you meant like grown up when it was our decision.
Yeah.
Okay, so full disclosure, I am not sure what you meant by travel. So I just figured this will be like places we want to go, favorite trips we've taken, little tips and things along the way, all that kind of stuff. Okay.
Yes. That's what I have places we've been. I tried to remember. I just made these quick notes a while ago while I was waiting. I had places we've been and then places that I would like to go and we have talked about going.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah.
The first thing I can say that we have in common about our trips is we always overpack. Always, every time. And the pro tip I have for girlies who can relate, either bring 2 suitcases, like check a bag and do a carry-on, and either make them expandable, where they have like the zipper and they get like 2 or 3 inches thicker, or just lightly pack one of those bags because you're gonna buy stuff and you're never gonna have the room to take it all back. Gets us every time. The amount of suitcases we have had to sit on for them to close.
Yeah. Whenever we went to Vegas, which for the record was our last trip, you and I together, I packed 2 suitcases loosely. Which that was such a long planned ahead trip. We had our outfits like pretty planned out. Even though we still had extra outfits, we still had like what we were going to take. And we were only there for a few days, but I still brought like my huge suitcase and then my carry-on, I believe. I think I packed that. I think I packed my not packed it. I think I checked both bags. I did, just so I wouldn't have to carry them.
I was going to say you definitely did because we waited forever.
it was a direct flight, so I wasn't worried
Mm-hmm.
about like losing it or anything. That's why I did that. And I was like, but I don't gotta carry it. Man, that trip, that was a fun trip, but the chaos that was like the 24 hours before we left on that trip was insane. Because I don't know, I don't remember if you worked or what happened, but like, so we left on a Thursday morning. Did we fly on Thursday morning or Friday morning?
Sorry, I'm eating candy and I'm trying not to be like super munchy in the background,
No,
but
no, no, you're
I've
fine.
really been on a hardcore candy fix. But anyway,
It's okay.
um,
I shoved
I
like
think
4 chocolate covered strawberries in my mouth like 3 seconds ago, and I have strawberry seeds in my teeth, and I'm trying to not be like obnoxious, but I can feel it. Can definitely feel it. Um,
um
did we fly on Thursday morning or Friday morning?
I think we flew in Friday because your birthday was on Saturday and you wanted to be there on your birthday. But yes, I worked Thursday. And because I work 12-hour shifts and I commute such a long ways to work, I didn't get home until like almost 9 o'clock at night. And then I had to
Mm-hmm.
get everything together because I had to be at the airport at like
Mm-hmm.
3:30 in the morning, 4 a.m. So like, and then, living an hour from the airport, and you were quite a ways from the airport.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we were both like chaotic and no sleep, but we were in
Well,
Vegas
like,
together at like 7 a.m.
yes. Well, like the night before we left, my youngest woke up at like 3 and wouldn't go back to sleep. And I have a trouble, like, once he wakes up, I don't go back to sleep until he goes back to sleep. And so I don't think I went back to sleep after he woke up. And then that next night, I went to bed and I had like the nervous jitters, like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And so finally, because I was going
Yes.
to have to leave at like 2. And so by like 11 or 12, I was like, I give up. I'm just going to go. And then I was so freaking tired. That is the first time I've ever slept on a plane, and I slept like that whole plane ride. And I remember I put my AirPod Maxes over, and I didn't even have anything on. I just put the noise canceling, and I laid over, and I woke up, and we were flying over mountains in Colorado. And I was like, oh, that's terrifying. If we crash, we would surely die. I'm going back to sleep. Like, it'd be a while before anybody found us. We'd probably be eaten by wolves. And then I went back to sleep. And then I woke up again, and we were over, like, desert. And I was like, oh, probably be a while before anybody found us. This is terrifying. And then I went back to sleep again.
No.
And I was
I
like,
think I
this is the first time in all of my 30 years that my tiredness is outweighing my anxiety. That has never happened before. Like, this is how tired I am. My anxiousness doesn't even matter. I'm so tired. And I just leaned over and went to sleep.
yeah, I always put the tray table down and like fold my arms and put my head down like how I used to sleep in school. And that's how I
school
go to
na-
sleep.
School naps are unmatched for the record. But I had my pillow and was like that.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I think I slept just about the entire flight for that trip too because it was like again direct flight and I was like I can actually sleep and be kind of rejuvenated when we get there because we were going like immediately to drop our bags at our Airbnb and then like go get
Mm-hmm.
our nails done, go eat breakfast. Like we had planned the day so that we didn't waste it.
Yeah,
And it was a good time.
that was fun. It was a fun trip.
Um and the overpacking paid off because we had lots of options for comfort or for like dressing up. We switched out clothes. Like we had lots of options.
Yes.
But our trips always consist of a lot of shopping, so then we acquired more stuff and it was just we had too much stuff. I only brought one bag, I think. Maybe a backpack. No. Did I have a
Yeah,
purse? I don't know. I had something with me,
you
but I had
brought
my big
your
giant bag.
you brought your white Louis Vuitton backpack, and then you bought the
Mm.
Cotopaxi backpack while we were there.
Yes, because my giant oversized suitcase that I checked, I had to pay extra on the way there because it was overweight and it was like 4 a.m. and I'm like, I have no other options here. Like, I just have to pay it because
Yeah.
I'm here.
Hmm.
But yes, and then once we shopped, I was like, well, I have to buy a bag anyway because I'm going to have to check another bag on the way back. So yeah.
Yes, but pause. For the record, people, if you're watching this on YouTube, Kayla and I both wearing Boston shirts was not planned. And we have not been to Boston together, so it's kind of funny that we did this. But the Bruins are currently playing hockey. So that's why I have this on, because I try to make use for my shirts. But yeah, that's funny. Boston
So
was whenever. Go ahead.
I have a
That was
question.
okay.
When you're looking at me, can you read my sweatshirt the right way or is it backwards?
It's the right way.
Okay, because yours is too, but I was trying to decide if we were using different camera views
No, so
or
mine looks right to you because it looks backwards to
yes.
me, and I don't understand why. Because my camera is like it's like the I can't see my camera. It's like the back camera that I'm using.
Oh,
Yeah, so I don't know why it looks like this.
you're using your back camera, but you can't see it.
No, like no, like I can see the back of my phone. I'm using that side, that
Yes,
camera.
so am I.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Okay.
am I.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
I was thinking that a while ago, like I wasn't going to call attention to it, but because I didn't know why I was doing that. But yes, I can
But
read
yes.
yours, but mine looks backwards.
Okay, and same this way. So now we know. If it looks wrong to you, it looks right to the other people. So that's all that matters.
That's weird though. Like why? Why isn't it showing up properly?
I don't know.
Weird.
Oh, okay. So, second travel tip that I have is TSA pre-check is 100% worth the money.
Mhm. 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 Yes, it is.
Highly recommend all the time.
Yes. And it is super easy to do. Even easier if you are not like, don't have a sketchy background or anything. Like if you don't have anything on your background, it's just go get it and you fill out paperwork and they take your picture. Like it's nothing. It's time and minimal effort.
Did they take your fingerprints?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yes. On like a digital thing. Like I just had to lay it down
Mm-hmm.
and it was done.
Mm-hmm.
But Brandon actually went and got his TWIC card recently. Um, do you know what that is?
No.
It's basically where they do like a background check and you get a card and you're allowed to work at certain places that require more of a background check than others. But it's basically saying like your background has been ran and this is how you look at it. These are your numbers, whatever. But like after you get that done, you can just get TSA pre-check. Because like it's a very like they do that at the same places. Like it's essentially the same thing, but one is to get on an airplane and one is to work in a place.
So, active duty military have TSA pre-check for free. Like they just have to put on
Mm-hmm.
there
Yeah, you
and
told me
theirs is
that.
included. Yeah, because Johnny didn't know that. And I was like, because he was like, well, it's only when I'm on work trips. And I was like, no, you can definitely fill out the thing. And it's still the same when you're traveling, like, as a civilian or whatever. And he was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he got to
Yes.
utilize that.
And if you have TSA pre-check, you can take your kids. I don't remember what the age is.
Yes.
I don't I don't remember what the age is, but you can take your kids with you because I did TSA pre-check when we went to Orlando last year and took my kids.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
told Haley, I was like, sorry, I'm not, you're gonna go on your own, but I'm not giving up these luxuries because I have two kids. I'm not doing that on my own.
Yeah. My dad just got it's like
clear?
World travel? No.
Oh.
It's like TSA pre-check, but it's for um stateside and international. Because like when we went
Oh,
to
nice.
Mexico, they had a thing, and like TSA pre-check's not a thing when you're in other countries. You have to have like the world or whatever thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, so it's a little bit more extensive, but I think it lasts longer.
Hmm.
And it costs a little bit more money, but you can use it when traveling internationally, which is the only one they recognize. So,
Yeah, I have been slowly filling out the paperwork for all of our passports because we have been wanting to go to Niagara Falls. And like
mm,
Brandon and the kids are getting their passport cards.
hmm,
And I'm going to get my actual passport because I want to actually travel. Brandon has no plans to travel. And the kids, like, I
yeah,
don't have any plans on taking them anywhere before it would expire anyway. Like, I'm not taking them as tiny people to another country. They're going to be older.
yeah, that makes sense.
So I've been slowly doing that. It's just finding the willpower to go to the post office and deal with that with three grouchy dudes. Because it's not just like me going,
Yeah,
like I have to kind of
yeah, and it's a whole
situate.
thing.
Yes. And I don't, it's not like I do it and my turn's done. Like it's hand
Yes,
holding and then doing it for two small children.
yeah, it'll definitely be a whole process.
Yeah. But the nice thing is most of the time, like we're places where there's smaller post offices. So it's not as
Oh,
like, all these people
busy.
there. Like it's not like that. So it's a lot more laid back.
That's always nice.
Mm-hmm. What has been your favorite trip with us?
Like with me and you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, so I think I feel like it's a toss up between Vegas and New York just because New York was like one that was kind of like a crummy time in my life, like being completely transparent now.
Yeah.
So it was something I really needed, but also I feel like that was the closest we've ever gotten to experience like what we always thought our life would be before like you met your husband and got married and started traveling and then I went to college, like our lives kind of divided for that small
Mm-hmm.
bit of time.
Ugh, why do I feel like I'm
So
gonna
New
cry?
York was just like very, I don't know, wholesome and fun. It was very chaotic and very fast, very expensive with all the money we spent,
Oh
but
my God.
it was so much fun to like stay in that tiny little Airbnb and have like we didn't really have a balcony, but like there was an area and we like opened the window and it was winter time and we got to experience like all the Christmas stuff and we I just completely forgot what it's called. But we rode in one of those little things with like the guy with the bike and he like pulled us through the
Yeah.
little light
Mm-hmm.
area and I don't know, it was just very
Pedicabs? Is
wholesome
that a
and
pedicab?
fun. Yes, yes. And we got to go to the Macy's and see like the wooden escalator and just like all the fun things. Like it was just so much fun. And we went to the huge Barnes and Nobles and it was just fun. It was very fun. But then like Vegas was again very quick, very fast paced, but I feel like us going out to Red Rock was like something we didn't typically do, and that was just like so surreal to get to experience. Um, but other than that, like I mean, we had a good time. Like it was a lot of fun. But for I don't know, like core memory type stuff, I feel like New York is probably my favorite.
Well, New York was like, I really hope I don't cry. New York was us kind of really coming back together after we had not been super close for a while. Um,
That's true.
like we kind of had, like, after like the planning we did previously for certain things, we were closer together.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had always wanted to live together. We always wanted to travel together. So being able to be in that tiny little apartment in New York, are you kidding me? Like, because we were like in the city. Like that apartment
Yeah.
was in the word you were looking for was fire escape. That's what you were looking for.
Well,
uh
yes, but it was like it I didn't want to say that cuz it's not the one that like you see in like TV shows where it's like just the metal staircase cuz like there was a
yeah.
brick balcony type thing, but it's not a balcony
Yeah.
cuz you would have had to climb out the window for it.
Hmm.
So, but yes, there was a fire escape.
Yes. But like New York was very relaxed, I think. We didn't put a lot of planning into it. Like the people
Yeah.
who ask me like if I've been here or like talk about New York City and they're like, "What did you do this? Did you do that? Did you go here?" And I'm like, "Nope. We went shopping. We ate snacks. We ordered cupcakes at 12 a.m.
Yes.
Like
We sporadically
we
picked places that just filled our heart.
we went to four Lululemons looking for one singular pair of certain leggings. We spent 2 hours in Levi's, looking at jeans and then getting jeans hemmed. Like
Yes.
we just stood like I try to like this is gonna sound so cheesy, but I try to like take in where I am. So like whenever we were in Times Square, I was like the people that have been here
Yeah.
is bananas. Like the important people, the celebrities, just everyone that's been right here is amazing. Or like whenever we went to Las Vegas and we went out to the Red Rocks and I just started crying for no reason. Like
Yes.
but that was more like a gratitude that
Yeah.
I get to
Yeah.
see this. I get to experience this. I get to see what God has created and nature has shaped and with my best friend of over 10 years. And I'm lucky
Yeah.
enough that I live a life to where I can come here because I mean, I'll say all the time, we are very blessed to be able to just kind of go
Oh, yeah.
wherever we want to go in air quotes because I mean we don't but we have that luxury of if we want to go and we have the means to go nobody's stopping us from going and it's
Yeah.
I try to be very grateful for that because it's amazing.
Yes. And our next big trip should definitely be like in Europe, like a
Oh
country.
my
And my immediate thought is Ireland, just because we both want to go there.
god. Mhm.
Like, that's an easy, like, quick agreement.
Mhm.
So,
My problem is I'm saying that and I'm saying problem as like a loose term. My problem with that is I have so many places I want to see in Europe. We're going to be there for like a month. Like, are you ready to backpack and stay in hostels? Because it's the only way I'm gonna be able to afford this. Like, we're gonna be like, I'm scared that I'll never go back. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like New York. Like, I
yeah.
I want to do it right because I'm scared I'll never have the chance to come back. And there's so many things that are so close to each other. Like, I want to go to Ireland, but I'm like Italy is right there. Like, I can go eat pasta right down there. Like, let's hop on a train and go. Let's just go. Like,
Yeah.
like that is going to eat me up.
I feel like the way we do trips, though, it would be easier, which, again, the fear of never going back, but just the way me and you do things, I feel like it's much easier to be like, let's take a week, because that's a good amount of time, but we can only pick one place. and we need to like plan out what we want to do. If something is close enough and we want to like take a train and go do that, then maybe we spend a day like in a bigger city or something else nearby if we want. But otherwise, we're just going to have to take little snippets every so often. But yeah, it's not going to be able to like happen all at one time.
If I ever get to see Ireland, I am going to stand on a cliffside with like the roaring waves and bawl my bloody eyes out. Like, I feel like that's going to be like, because that's a place I have always like, it's not even like I wanted to go there, I dreamed of going there. Like, the
Yeah.
longing to go there. Like, I wanted to go there. When I was little, I would say I was going to get married on a cliffside in Ireland. Like, that's what I would tell people because I was delusional and didn't realize that who was paying for that wedding in Ireland?
Who was
No
doing all
one.
that?
Who is? And then I married someone who didn't get on a plane for the first almost 30 years of his life. Like, we weren't going to Ireland to get married. But like just the thought that like I have made it to this place will overwhelm
Mm-hmm.
me. Like, I just know it will. Like, I could cry just thinking about it. Like, it will take, like, I'm just going to sit there and cry for a little while because it's so beautiful. Like it's just one of those places that don't seem real in your mind until you've seen it. And the fact that people can live there, like, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I just say we're going to have to take time because, like, I mean, I got to visit my dad for 3 weeks when he lived in Germany, and we went to different countries and different cities. And I did a lot of stuff, don't get me wrong. But there was still tons of stuff I didn't get to do because you literally can't fit it all in. Like,
Yeah.
and you want to have 2 or 3 days in every place so that you're actually experiencing what you want to experience. So, realistically, given the fact that we're both married, you have children, I have dogs, like, and we're trying to have kids, like, I don't, in the foreseeable future, I don't
Yeah.
see us being like, here's a whole month. Let's just say we won the lottery. Like, money was not the problem. I'm just going to take a whole month and
Excuse me.
I don't know a better term other than abandon my husband and my dogs, and you're going to abandon your husband and your kids. Like,
Yeah.
realistically, I think you would be excited and have fun, but about 7 to 10 days into that, you would be like, we have to go back. Like, I miss my children. I miss my husband. Like, I know I would,
Well,
because I would be like, this is just,
can we just promise to make multiple trips? Like,
oh,
promise
yeah.
me that we can go back and I'm okay.
We can go back. My other thing that I get worried about is that our husbands are polar opposites. Your husband could care less about all that. My husband will want to go. So
Hey, I
I'm going to
don't
have to.
care. As long as
He's
he's not gonna.
either.
So, okay, the only objection I would have to him not going is because I feel like he's gonna be like, really, girls, do we really need to go eat at a fancy restaurant? Like, we just ate at a fancy restaurant last night. We don't need to spend that money twice. I'd be like, go home, skedaddle back to America. You're not welcome here. You're
No. So
crushing the vibe, Johnny.
I will say vacation is different. Like, he would want to experience things. Now, if we stayed like at a bed and breakfast and they provided breakfast, he'd be like, let's have breakfast because we're going to be out hiking or whatever. And we can go into towns and explore and get lunch and dinner. But
Yeah.
if they're providing breakfast, let's have breakfast. Like,
Well, that's
that's
fair.
the kind of stuff that we do. But yeah, no, he would be all about like experiencing food and the culture and all the things. Like, he
Well,
wouldn't
for
be
the
worried about it.
record, I will never care if he goes with us. This is trips to make sure that you and I get to spend time together. And as long as that happens, I don't really care who else is there. What I worry about is so whenever we go on a trip out of the country, we're going to have to fly together because I have never been on a plane that long and I am scared I'm going to panic. I see myself freaking out because I still don't fully understand how trains work. And I mean, trains, what the
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone.
I don't fully understand how planes work. And then like the noises they make are alarming. And so I need, and like I'm okay because I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, the longest I've been on a plane is like between 3 and 4 hours.
Yeah.
So I can pray for that long. I can distract myself. But then it's like when you're on a plane for like 12 hours, 13 hours, I can't, I can't. I will get nervous. I will freak.
It's fine. I'll just consult your doctor. We'll get you some drugs. It's all good.
That's fair. That's fair.
But no, I don't feel like that would be hard because we would want to plan it close enough anyway for like getting there at the same time or whatever, and like depending on prices and things like that. So, like, you could easily get a flight from wherever to Nashville,
Yeah.
or even if our connecting flights were both in like Detroit or Atlanta, because those are the two places I used like coming and going. And then
Mm-hmm.
they brought me from those places back to Nashville, but like I didn't, it's not a direct flight. I had to get to a bigger
Yeah.
place and then I went to Germany.
Yeah.
So I feel like we could easily coordinate that. But I mean, even if, you were like, no, I want everything to be together, which I don't blame you because it's stressful, then, we could just fly out of Nashville together.
Well, like part of me, it's never really mattered before because it's been just a few hours. But part of me would, yeah, would like for us to do that part together just because that's like half a day
Oh, yeah.
of us just, we could do that together.
Yeah.
We can psych
It's
each other
part
up
of the trip.
together. Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
You know,
yes.
this is no, I mean, it's traveling, but like it's not what we're talking about currently. But do you remember the place we went and had brunch at like the very first time you came over and we went to Pittsburgh? And it was like that old boys' school?
Yes. I was
That
like, I
was
have no idea what
so
you're talking about.
cool. That was so cool.
It really was. Yeah, it was like an old YMCA or whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, like it was like because it was a hotel
Mm-hmm.
and like boys lived there, so it was like a boys' home or something. But yes, it
Yes.
was like because it had that gym, the cool
Yes.
gym that we went in.
Yeah.
Um,
That was a really cool place. I had forgot about that too. Just said it.
yeah, I kind of forget about it too.
Mm-mm. Probably because y'all have been close to Pittsburgh so many times.
Yes.
Like where I came to visit you and then we go for a day or whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
easy enough.
Yeah, I liked being close to Pittsburgh. That's where our second kid was born. But we did a lot there.
Okay. So, what was your favorite trip of ours that we've taken?
Um, I really don't know. Uh, I'm gonna say it was probably New York because it was just like it wasn't planned, but we didn't have very much downtime. Like we made the
Yeah.
most of our time, if that makes sense. And it was we walked like a bazillion miles, and but that's neither here nor there. But like I was telling you the other night, like I bought a book for the plane ride and then I finished it. And so we went and got the next one and then we had one of those weird mornings where you and I both woke up at like 4:30 a.m. and I just laid in bed and read a book and we had friends on your laptop and we just kind of laid there for a little while and we didn't need to get up to take care of anyone else. Like it was very
Yeah.
relaxed. We ate really good food and just seeing a city at that scale was insane.
Yeah.
Um, Vegas was really cool because Like I knew before that it's like a city literally just like dropped in the middle of the desert, but until you like fly into Vegas and you can see it, you're like, wow, this is legitimately a city just smack in the middle of a bunch of sand. Like this
Yeah.
is out of place. This should not be here. But yeah, Vegas was fun. I really think I cracked the code on turning 30 because I was not sad. I did not have any kind of midlife crisis. Midlife, hopefully I make it past 60, God willing. Knock on wood. I didn't have any kind of like breakdown because I was 30, which
Yeah.
I had said before, like I did what I wanted to do in my 20s. I was completely fine with getting older. You know, I had my
Yeah.
kids, I went to college, I've been married, I've set up my life how I'm cool with it being. I mean, the only thing that I would rather have done somehow by the grace of God would be debt free. And I don't think that's even like possible for our generation.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be more of a struggle, especially with
Mhm.
the way things keep going and the talk of inflation and all that. But that's a whole other topic.
But uh, me and Brandon were talking the other night about how we would like to go back to to Vegas and renew our vows. But he was like,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to have like a spare few $1,000 for because he likes to play
Yeah.
cards and stuff. And I was like, but I mean, you know how I'm down with taking trips. I'm not taking a trip on much of a budget. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm cool with not taking the trip if we have to budget it.
Yeah.
A strict budget. I'm not going and
Yeah.
just blowing and going. But I'm like, I'm not going to take you, someone who likes to sit down and play cards for however long you want, to Las Vegas and say, sorry, you can't do that. Like,
Yeah.
we won't
You have
go until that is a,
$500.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
we're not going until we can do that for you. And that's fine. We'll go when we can.
Yeah.
But we were talking about traveling and stuff, and I was like, I am grateful that he works hard and tells me I can go do whatever I want to do as long as the kids are taken care of, and he knows that I'm not going to go off and leave them unless they're taken care of.
Yeah.
Um, but one day, I would like to go to Colorado. I would like to see Colorado. Weren't you born in Colorado?
Yes, and that's the only time I've ever been there. No recollection.
No. I don't know how I remember that. Like that's just something like the fact that you were born in Colorado just sticks out in my
That's
brain.
somewhere I want to go.
I want to go. I want to go stay at like uh like one of those huge like chalets where it looks
Hmm.
like it should be in the middle of Sweden, and I want to like sit on outside with a bunch of snow in a hot tub with a beanie on, and like that's just like I can see that clear as day. Like I want to do that. That's all I. Which I would like
Yeah.
to learn how to snowboard. I don't know why I think I will be able to. I'm not a super athletic person, but I think snowboarding would be a heck of a lot of fun.
I have
Skiing.
snowboarded. I would like to learn how to ski.
Skiing seems terrifying for some reason. I guess because it's, which, okay, this makes no sense. In my mind, it's easier to control one singular piece of equipment, even though your feet are strapped. So, like, you can't really, if you correct
Yeah.
one, it's gonna, make the other do something. And I understand that in skis, like, you move one foot and it's not going to control the other foot. But the thought of you
Yeah.
like having stuff in your hands and your feet and like you're having to control all of that stuff, that just seems so much harder to me than just your feet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I haven't snowboarded since I was a kid, so I have no idea what that would be like now.
Which going to see like a lot of snow. Like if I could just pick somewhere snowy that I would love to go, I would love to go to like Sweden where there's a shiz ton of snow. I
Hmm.
think that would be so pretty because growing up in Louisiana and mostly staying in Louisiana until I was older and married, I don't know what a lot of snow looks like. And honestly, it's so lame because we spent a freaking winter in Montana, and even there they were like, it's an unseasonably warm winter we're having. Of course it is. Like, we're the only people in this stupid state who want to see buckets and buckets of snow, and y'all can't even get, like, we're in Montana in January and February. Give us snow. We're literally asking for it. You have it all the other times,
Yeah.
but it's fine. Everything's fine.
A place I really want to go, like, as a country, I want to go to Greece. Like, seeing
Um,
pictures from, like, the fall time there, like, their, like, September-ish time is, like, really warm there, and the water looks so clear and so deep, like, at different places that they go, and I'm like, that is beautiful. Like, I would love it.
I would, if we had like been to like Ireland and stuff and like checked all that off and you're like, can we go to Greece? I'd like to go to Greece. Like, then I would be down with that. Like, I'm cool with going to Greece, but it wouldn't be like my, if I picked where we
Top
would go.
thing.
Yeah, it wouldn't
Yeah.
be where we would go. But I've told you for years, I'm down. I want to see everything. Any opportunity I
Yeah.
have, I will take it because it's just like the dream to me to just go and
Yeah.
see, and because the world is a very beautiful place, and traveling and spending and going is a luxury that a lot of people really don't have. Like, the way we go
Yes.
and do, like, it's not really realistic to a lot of people.
Yeah. Stuff's just
I would
getting so
like,
expensive.
yes, I would like to go to California.
Yeah.
It's like one of the few places that I would like to go in the US, is to go to California. I would like to go like can you imagine us shopping in like on like Rodeo Drive? Oh my God. They would probably
You
kick
want to
us
talk
out. We would have a
about
pretty woman moment and they would kick us out.
probably though.
Big mistake. Huge.
Huge.
uh or like, but like going to a vineyard, that would be so nice. Seeing
Yes,
like
that would be
San
fun.
Diego, like the Golden Gate Bridge, that would be really cool. Like, there's so much to see there.
Yeah.
That would be a fun one to go there for like a week and kind of like drive, like like go
Yeah.
somewhere else every like 2 days and just like kind of like fly into like the southern part of California and then leave from like the northern part, like just kind of travel up.
Yeah.
That would be
That'd
fun.
be fun.
It's on my bucket list to learn how to surf. It should also be on my bucket list to learn how to swim first.
How do I always forget that?
Because at the end of the day, like, if I'm pushed in a pool, I can get myself out of the pool. Like, I can move water and get out. But if I'm like kicked off into deep waters, like if I fall off a boat and I'm needing to like tread and try to like, I don't like save energy and get out, I can't do that. I'll die. I'll drown. I don't know how to like hold my breath underwater without like all this going, like water going on in here.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I can save myself, but that's all I got.
It's really all you need. No
I
one's
mean,
asking
it's,
you to save other people.
but like the amount of times that I drive over bridges and I'm like, God, please don't crash because I can't save myself and my children. Like, I am terrified.
Okay, that's valid. That's
I
valid.
have very severe anxiety. Super severe. But
Mm-mm.
it's okay. It's all good. I still have it on my bucket list, even though you told me no because they were mean there. They, or not that they were mean, you said they didn't like tourists, is I want to go do pickle shots in Russia. Do you even remember telling me that?
Yes, and I don't remember all the context because I have not been there, so I don't know why I would have just been like, they're mean. But given the past few years, Ashley, we're gonna have to wait at least a decade Okay?
Okay,
And unless things have come full
this was
circle,
a while ago. Okay,
no.
this was things were a little different whenever I brought
Yes,
that up
yes.
with you.
Yes, but I'm just saying we've yet to be there, and now our country is in a different situation. So at this point, we're at a minimum of a decade, unless something just like flips around real quick. Like,
I'm
absolutely not.
just
Zero interest in going there as an American.
I am the kind of person that's like doing pickle shots at a bar with you on Broadway. No, I don't want to do it. If we were in Russia, line them up, baby. Bring out a jar of pickles. Let's do it. Like, it's something about doing it there that makes it fun.
I really can't wait for us to go abroad because I feel like that's going to unlock a different version of you because you don't really drink. Like, you've never been like a drinker, and
No.
especially not since being married and having kids. So, like, you'll be like, yeah, let's drink. You literally drink like half a margarita. And you're like, okay. Like, that's it. And so,
Well, so here's the thing. I stop. I the only thing I can really drink and it not make me sick is like whiskey or bourbon. Like I can sip it and like I don't give me like the warm feeling. What I enjoy is a margarita. I like a and God bless the people in Disney World. Where were we at? At the boathouse. I ordered a strawberry margarita. Whenever I tell you, they brought me tequila with strawberries in it, and that's the extent. I was like, buddy, you know what you're doing. This is great. Like it was delicious. But I think going there, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm in Ireland. I gotta drink whiskey, and so I'll drink and I'll drink it slow, and it'll just make me feel warm. And I'll be in my cable knit sweater, acting like my ancestral people, and I'm not gonna get wasty pants because I'm not gonna leave you to get me to safety in a foreign country.
um, see, we're definitely different in that regard because the best you're getting from me is wine in different countries when they have like a local something there. Because I'm
Hmm.
not about to just start like drinking beer or drinking liquor because, yeah, no. Like, I mean, I was literally in Germany around all these like specialty beers and beers that they only make there. And I was like, no, I'm good.
I'm
Like,
not. That's one thing that I can't. I don't really care for is beer.
yeah,
Like, and people
I
are
had
like,
like
it's
no
an
desire.
acquired taste. Why are you trying to acquire it? What are you getting out of this? There's other things that you can just like. You don't have to acquire anything.
Yeah, I don't really understand people being like, if you drink it enough, it gets better. Is it
Why
because
do
I'm
I gotta
drunk
waste
and I
time and
no
money?
longer
Yeah.
like,
Why do I gotta waste time and money to start liking something? Why can't I just
yes,
like it
like
the
it.
first go around?
Because they do have stuff that I drink it and I like it. So, yeah, I don't understand.
Okay, my one travel tip. You had travel tips prepared. I did not. But my travel tip would be you need to be comfy. You need to be always remember to pack a change of clothes unless you're fully prepared to just buy all new stuff. Pack a change of clothes in your carry-on. What the heck are you eating? You sound like you're breaking your teeth. I feel like we're doing ASMR right now.
I mean,
Headphones. Good travel pillow.
that travel pillow from Amazon that you recommended to me, bomb. Me
I
and
sleep
Johnny
with
both
that
have
every
one.
night. I sleep
We
with
do
that every
too.
I love that pillow. That pillow goes with me everywhere.
So
And
great.
it yes. Because it's not like a neck pillow. It's a, like a
Mm-mm.
legitimate good tiny pillow. I love it so much.
Hmm.
I love it so much.
To answer your
Oh,
question,
oh,
I'm
yeah.
eating Warhead Sour Taffy. These
Ew.
things, banging. They are literally so good. And don't waste your $4.56 to buy the bag at Walmart.
Okay.
Go to the Dollar Tree, okay? Because they have the same ones. And it's a little bit of a smaller bag, but it's $1.25. It's not a
Okay.
it's not that
No.
much smaller.
Why did I just have a flashback to you going to steal candy out of Coach Strother's office and you're like, my blood sugar's low, and you just snatch it out and eat it while we were walking our laps?
Those I just had like a whole moment when you said that because we used to have whales in school, like the little cheese whales or whatever. That is the only, like in little bags in his office. That's the only time I've ever liked the whales, which is like the generic version of goldfish. Because the whole reason this unlocked in my brain is because Johnny and I have talked before about whales and goldfish, and I'm like, whales are trash. And you literally just like unlocked something in my brain where when they're in the little bags, they taste fine, and I actually really like them. When you buy them in a big box, I want nothing to do with them.
Okay, so to round this out, we are going to plan our next trip that we can take sometime. Fall would be nice. I don't know if it'll be possible this fall, but I'm scared of what's going to happen before like 2025 fall. I'm not scared
Mm-hmm.
of it. I don't want to say I'm scared of it. I think obstacles are going to present themselves that are going to make a girls' trip difficult.
Yeah,
Um,
I can agree with that.
I mean, we talked about that the other night. Like, this isn't a great time to take a trip, but I hate to not take a trip because,
And then
you know,
obstacles arise, and then we can't take a trip. Yeah.
yeah, like lose the opportunity. Because I think it's going to be like over like a year before, you know, probably years.
Mm-hmm.
Which, thankfully, we both married people who are capable of taking care of their own children.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, if you went somewhere, like, your dad's retired now, like, he could come stay at your house and stay with your kid during the day, and then the kid's dad's home at night, you know? Like,
Yeah. Yep. All possibilities. But yes, planning a trip, hopefully for the fall,
hopefully.
and drop a comment. Let us know where you guys want to travel to, places you have been, your favorite trips, travel tips that you
Hold the
have.
phone. Your
What?
poll. What poll question are you gonna do? You done forgot about your whole thing.
Listen, today has been a hectic day.
Yes, it has.
Ooh, okay. Already got one. Poll question of the week. Do you like sour candy or sweet candy?
I thought we were gonna like stick with a theme, but okay.
Last week was not on theme, it was mascara.
Was it? Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's not
And
bad.
we talked
Look, this
about
is your thing
icks.
that you did. This is your thing. You did not talk. This was not pre-discussed. You just pulled this out of your booty hole. Okay, I was not prepared. I forgot.
You could have made a question for
I
us.
could have made a question. I could have. I want to do. Oh. This is what I want to do. I'm on to the next one, which I just realized that when I said that I read the first book, um, we had to scrap that episode. So I did read the first book, which is A Court of
Thorns and
Roses.
roses.
Thorns and Roses. Uh, and
Akatar.
we are now on to Akamuf. I am 236 pages in out of 626.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. Do you want to know what happens on the last page of this book?
No, I haven't even read the first one.
I
I'm still
love.
trying to finish my book.
See, I love that. I'm not going to go off on a tangent, but I think it's so funny that you and I are so different because you're like, don't tell me anything. I don't want to know people's names. I don't want to know where they are. And I, like, before I read something, I go and look at a synopsis and I, like, tell me who dies. Do they end up together? Yeah, I have to know because I can't handle the emotional toll. I've told you this. I read these books to not be sad or upset or get anxiety. I can't handle that in a book. So I go and read it and it tells me really quick that who is going to be taken out and how and who's going to survive. And I
No.
handle it so much better. Yeah, I do.
Okay. I know you can't like handle all the doom and gloom, but I did not know you read synapsises because I synapsises. That's a fun word. That's a fun word. Uh anyway, because I cannot do that because like the term page turner is literally what I need. Like the anxiety, my heart beating in my chest for these completely fictional characters is what makes me able to read a 600-page book in a day because I'm like I gotta know what's going on. Also, if I read a synopsis and then I find out that Billy dies, and in chapter one, Billy is a villain, and I'm like, I can't hate him. I can't hate him the same way because I'm like, is he gonna get to live? Is this all gonna turn out terribly for the girl that I love in this book? But if I'm like, no, Billy gets shot in the head by her later on, then I don't have the same draw because I already know what happened.
See, I do. It has to. I can't.
I
I
need the
can't handle.
drama.
See, and that's the thing. I read to not have drama. I know you
I
need
need
the
the
drama,
drama.
and you don't have drama in your life, and that's great. So you find it in books. I have not really drama, but it's the anxiousness. I don't want the anxiousness in the book, so
Oh, I need it.
I don't form these emotional bonds with Joe Blow because Joe Blow is probably going to get offed. And especially in books to where because like there's authors that I follow on Kindle and they always put like there's no cheating, there's not a cliffhanger, it's a happily ever after, and then they give like four epilogues. And I told you this the other day. I need to know they die at 90 years old, holding hands. They've had 15 children, and all their 15 children have children, and everything is great. And those children married all of their best friends' 15 children, and they all got to just stay together and live in a happy little peaceful world. I need that. I need
Yes.
to know that everything's going to be okay. And these books are cut freaking throat. I knew people were going to die.
So you were just
I
trying to soften the blow.
Yes, I need to not form emotional attachments. I need to know certain things.
Now that we got all worked up about that, I need to go finish reading my book because
Yeah,
it's
you do,
good.
so you can start that other one because I
I
read it in
know.
like you could read it in like 2 days. You could probably read it in one day. It's just it kind of takes a lot to hook you, but once you get hooked, you're like, oh, I gotta read, I gotta read, I gotta read. This one is just really freaking long. I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
she a book. She thick.
Mine are literally right there, like I can see them when I turn my head. Okay. Well,
Okay.
we hope you guys enjoyed this episode about travel. Drop your tips and tricks, drop links to your favorite products if you think it's like a must have, ride or die. Um, can't wait to train a trip with you, bestie. I can't talk.
Yes. Okay.
Mm,
Go find us on Instagram. Follow us on Insta.
yes.
If we ever talk about anything like the travel pillow or something, we don't have any kind of links and likes and all that stuff on our stuff. But if you ever have a question, I'm a stay-at-home parent, and we have like 19 followers. If anybody wants to know any questions about stuff we talk about, ask because I will answer. I have nothing better to do with my time. Go
Yes,
ahead.
let us know.
Maybe that'll change one day. Maybe let's pick up and take off. And I'm like, I have so many thousands of stuff in the inbox, Kayla. I need help. But as of right now, if you have a question, go ahead and ask. It can be answered. But like, follow, leave us 5 stars on here. If it's anything less than 5 stars, there are no stars. It's five or nothing. Follow,
Ugh.
subscribe.
Yes, all of the things. Let us know if there's something you want us to talk about or something you want our opinion about,
Mm-hmm.
because we're just pulling these ideas as they come to us. So just let us
So,
know what you actually want.
But I think we have like a year's worth of topics or something. Or
Oh
maybe we
yeah,
did when we
we had quite
started.
a bit.
We had enough because I was like, I feel like this isn't enough, and then like I kind of broke it down, and I was like, oh, we have like a good 8 months or something. I don't remember. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
All
bestie,
right.
have a
Well,
great day at work tomorrow.
I thanks. Have a great day doing whatever you got to do because you're always running errands.
That's fair.
Um, it was nice talking to you. Good catching up.
For real, sillies.
Love and miss you, and I'll talk to you later.
Love and miss you, bestie. Bye.
Bye.